everybody, welcome to Mobile Images Red. I'm Mike, also known as Mystery Oceans on Instagram, and Mobile Images Red on Twitter.
And I'm Alan, known as Saint Alan James on Instagram.
Yeah, hey, we're here to talk about the new Switch Lite, but let's get into some comic book news first.
All right.
Dacre Montgomery of Stranger Things fame and Power Rangers 2017 just announced that this week that they are not in the new one. They're making a Lionsgate. Well, not Lionsgate. Lionsgate sold the rights to Hasbro, bought Power Rangers.
Yeah. I heard about that.
So now the Red Ranger just came out and said that that he hasn't heard anything. Well, he did a AMA and asked me anything.
So they're gonna reboot it? Is that what they're trying to do?
You know,
I liked it.
Yeah, I like the cast. I think it works.
I thought the Red Ranger was good. Are they rebooting? Is that what they're trying to do now?
Because
what would be the point? Of bringing everyone back except for him. It's not like I watched that movie and I was like, oh wow, he was so bad.
Well, they're saying it's a reboot, but he's also saying he doesn't know if it's involved, so he might not even. I mean, you're an actor in the movie. You think you know. Like,
you should know. Yeah.
But they said that they're working on one, so who knows if it's like they're drafting it right now and they haven't even cast it yet, or they're like.
They'll probably.
They should have somewhat of an idea if they.
It sounds like they're trying to Edward Norton Ang Lee Hulk reboot it, where like the first one happened but didn't happen. You know, that's what I'm gathering from this. That's what it sounds like. So like we'll pretend it happened, but for everyone else involved, it didn't happen.
Well, the original plan for the sequel was to have Tommy.
Yeah, I remember. I know. I heard. That's what I heard. It's kind of dumb.
Well, because you look, Tommy's like the number one most selling Power Ranger of all time. I know. So it's like you don't want to have, like, I could see from a business aspect where they're like, oh, we don't want to do this because it's also the social justice push.
Yeah,
people don't like in movies.
I mean, I just don't see the point of changing his sex. And that's not going to help the character at all.
Yeah, it's definitely not. It's just going to be like, it's just going to
be like jarring.
Even though because he's such a classic character too.
Well, you still got the guy. He's still famous. You know, he's going. Yeah, he's still going to cons. Well, obviously,
unless they like most.
They had but they had his little cameo. Remember his little.
He was in there.
He was in there. But I'm saying like, he's still super famous, and he's still super famous for doing that. So there's no reason that they should just change the sex of it when like this guy's still going to cons, this guy's still over Instagram and Facebook, and everyone's like, oh, it's the White Ranger, like there's no reason to change it.
Okay. And DC Black Label just announced 2 new titles, Question, and
I
Joker.
am excited for the Question. I love the Joker, obviously I'm excited for that, but I'm excited for Question. Like, I haven't seen the Question. I just rewatched Justice League Unlimited. And he's awesome, and I think they can do so much with him, and I think he's a perfect character.
In a Black Label title.
Yeah, and you can easily make a movie with the Question, some kind of like noir kind of.
I think he'd be better suited for like a TV show, but I think you'd have to go movie because like if he was just a TV character, people would write him off as another TV.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, why not go big with him? I like the Question a lot. I've always liked the Question since Unlimited when we were in middle school. I just rewatched it. I thought it was cool. I'm excited a lot for that one.
It's cool. I'm glad you're talking about the Question a lot.
Yeah.
So the Joker killing Eve or something like that. It's called Killing Something, but it's a Black Label title.
Yeah.
And this time around, it's more of a like Joker is the title or character, but he's still facing off against someone, but it's not Batman this time.
Well, let's say with the Joker, you can't have a Joker-centric book without him facing somebody.
Yeah.
Like that one comic, The Joker, after the Dark Knight.
Yeah.
That one was good because it's like a standalone, and like, you know what I mean. And like even the Killing Joke is more of a Joker book, but it's not like
it had Winters in it too.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So it's like you can't have a comic book series of just the Joker unless he's facing off against something.
You know the guy, his butler in Suicide Squad, the one that was like, "Hey boss, bring the car up." The guy that was right there, that's supposed to be Winter.
Really?
Yeah. So.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Not Joe Winter. I forget his name.
No, you're talking about. That's really cool.
That's cool, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because even they said in that Joker comic that you're talking about, that Winter is kind of like, because they're saying that Winter is like positioned to be the next Joker, or like because there's the whole 3 Jokers thing, which they still haven't done yet. So
I know what is going on with that.
Well, it's
but like
some things take a long time to do.
Well, the Doomsday Clock's taking forever. They just did Heroes in Crisis, which people liked and then hated, and it's like. And what is the other one? They just did another one, and I'm like,
oh, they're doing Deceased now.
They're doing Deceased. Well, they finished Deceased.
No, Deceased.
Oh no, they didn't finish Deceased. They didn't. I was thinking Damned.
Oh yeah, Damned. Yeah, I didn't finish Damned.
I didn't finish.
I like the first one. Was good.
Yeah, they did that. Like they're doing a bunch of storylines, but this 3 Joker thing was like what 2 years ago? It was announced. Like at least give it.
Well, it's Jeff Johns. So
yeah,
I know. Like, between all the movie stuff.
But it's like give us something, like give us like at least because like that's the problem with Doomsday Clock is it's taking forever. So like I'm excited for it and I'm reading it, but it's like Jesus, I'm waiting 3 months.
Speaking of Jeff Johns, Because he was telling us back when the Kevin Smith did the whole introduction to the Justice League movie when Batman vs Superman came out, and they were talking about Green Lantern Corps. And this week we finally got some answers about Green Lantern Corps, which is supposed to be created or directed by Scott McQuarrie, who did the last couple of Mission Impossible movies.
Oh, that's
so
good.
He was really pushing. He was actually pitching two different DC properties to DC. He was pitching a sequel to Man of Steel with Henry Cavill because they were in Mission Impossible Fallout, so he was talking to him about it. But the main thing they were trying to push was a Green Lantern Corps movie with Tom Cruise, and Tom Cruise wanted to be Hal Jordan. It was going to be like
I love Tom Cruise.
It was going to be older Green Lantern and a younger Green Lantern.
I was going to say, but there's no reason that I'm not going to try to cut you off, but there's no reason to do that because you haven't established any Green Lantern. So why do we?
Well, they kind of did a little bit, yeah, but not enough.
I mean, they showed one in the flashback, but they haven't established a Green Lantern.
Because what do you want us to do? Another full blown reboot or like a full blown from the ground up?
No, but I mean, well, yeah, I mean just an origin story. I do want another origin story, you know, because like
I mean, the last one didn't do so well. You know, Green Lantern doesn't really work in his origin. It's like
Green Lantern does. They just
origin and then pop up in his face. Like,
no, the problem with Green Lantern's movie was that they turned Parallax into a giant cloud, just like they did the Galactus.
Well, he's kind of like that in the comics, anyways.
Nah, but he takes on the form of a giant, like crazy yellow bug in one of the comics.
Oh yeah.
So they could have made him take the form of anything. He just takes the form of fear, you know. So like
with the ugly guardian.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So and then they got Ryan Reynolds, who's not Hal Jordan. Like Hal Jordan isn't like, oh, I'm wisecracking funny guy. You know what I mean? Like
they did that so they could be like more of a movie. Yeah.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Hal Jordan's more like kind of tough, and like you can do things like that, but you can still have it. And then the script was just terrible, god awful. Like one of the parts, like, oh, stupid humans, all you do is create things that he's like, you have no imagination. Yeah. And then when Parallax was flying through space, all they did was throw chains on top of him.
Yeah.
They didn't even wrap the chains underneath him. So like, how much more like imagination do you have?
Yeah.
You know?
Kilowog and stuff.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just think that was a mess from everything.
Did you watch Justice League versus the Fatal Five?
Yeah, I did. It was
the thing I liked about that is it brought back the voice cast from Green Lantern, the animated series.
Yeah.
Which I hadn't known is a Paul Dini series too, so it's fit in that Justice League continuity.
Yeah.
So that was kind of like, because I was watching when DC All Access came out or Universe came out, I was watching the Green Lantern animated series again, and I was starting to notice, I was like, this reminds me of the Batman the animated series. And I was like, I hope this comes back in some shape or form in some way, and it did, like right away.
Yeah, that's right.
So okay, and then so. What had happened with the Green Lantern movie was that I guess there was a dispute between Tom Cruise and the studios because Tom Cruise didn't want to make this whole franchise movie and die at the end. So that's what they were trying to do with Green Lantern Corps, was like, you got the mentor Green Lantern and then you got the young Green Lantern, and then the mentor Green Lantern is like the legit one, and then all of a sudden probably dies at the end.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I like Hal Jordan. I don't need him to die off.
Cruise,
yeah. I love Tom Cruise. I don't need him to die off so we can get John Stewart.
Yeah, why not have both?
Yeah, why not have both? You know, and it's like, and then just like that. Why not have both? You know, unless they're gonna make Tom Cruise Guy Gardner and put him on that bowl cut.
Maybe.
You know?
No, he wouldn't.
He wouldn't. No one wants to be Guy Gardner.
He would have been the graying Green Lantern or graying Hal Jordan.
Yeah, it would have been the graying
salt and pepper.
Yeah.
But okay, so why don't you go ahead
and then we got us Jawbreakers right here.
So the second one just came out. Yeah. So this is the Jawbreakers paperback.
Yeah. Okay. And it came with the poster.
Why don't you tell us a little bit something about Jawbreakers?
So there's the poster.
So Jawbreakers is part of the Comicsgate?
Yeah, Jawbreakers is part of Comicsgate. Richard C. Meyer is doing it. Richard C. Meyer is writing all of them. And basically what's happening is people are just got a little fed up with the way some comics were and the way things were being pushed. So now now other people are doing crowdsourced and crowdfunded comics, and then they're sending them out.
It's really good art.
So it is good art. So I got this one and the next one that's coming out, Bigfoot Bill. But the problem with these things is it takes forever. Jawbreakers is
splash page.
Yeah.
Look at you guys.
Jawbreakers is good, and they come out pretty consistently. But like other ones, you just kind of wait around and you're waiting for it to hit. Yeah, but
I'm waiting for that Cyberpunk.
Yeah, that's everyone's been waiting for that one. So like some of them take forever, but Jawbreakers he came out with his.
Was this Diversity in Comics?
This is Diversity in Comics. Now it's by Comics Matter or something like that. Yeah.
But damn, this artwork is good.
Yeah, it's good. I haven't been able to read it
Kind
yet.
of reminds me of like a little bit of the Jim Lee art style, a little bit.
Yeah.
Like
So I haven't been able to read it yet, but I only hear good things. My buddy who read it said it's really good. I'm excited for it. So like I just love comics. I love all comics. So like just keep supporting the industry.
Yeah, this is definitely an exciting one. It features a team of superpowered individuals, and they come up against a giant gorilla without spoiling too much.
I think they're in the military, the superpowered individuals. I don't think they're still in the military, but I think like that's how they.
What's cool about this one too is like halfway through it, it gives you this classic like comic book like feel. Like you have the normal pages, but then you have these like grayed out like comic book type like it feels like normal pages, but it has that like weather.
It has that. You can see it. You see the edges of it. It feels like an old comic. Like it feels like you'd open it up and you'd be like, "Oh, what's this comic from 1980 something?" And it has that feel to it. It feels still like good paper, but it has that old school look.
Yeah, and everyone's talking about the new one too. Number 2 came out. So, a couple days ago. So check that out, you guys.
What's cool about those comic books too is like you'll get those, and then you'll get a poster, and then you'll get playing cards, and then you'll get a patch, and then they're like gold leaf plated. So it's like you're getting a lot for your money.
Yeah, I'm excited to read it. We're going to talk about the main item of the day.
The Switch?
Yeah, the Nintendo Switch Lite, or as the internet was calling it, the worst kept secret in video game history. What do you think of the name? So, first off, the Switch
Lite?
Mini kind of comes up, but I can understand why they didn't do it.
I like Switch Lite.
Yeah,
This is the normal Switch, and this is Switch Lite. Like this is Bud, and this is Bud Light. It's the same thing, but a little smaller.
The Switch Lite, though, wow,
it looks good. I'm excited for it. I don't know. I'm still deciding if I want to buy the normal Switch or the Switch Lite though. Because I want it to be attached to my TV. I bought a huge TV, so I can play. I had a nice 32-inch TV that I had for years, and then I was like, you know what? Like, I should treat myself. I want to play video games with something big, so I went out and bought a 50-inch smart TV. So it's like now with the Switch, I kind of want it to be adaptable to my TV, but the Lite just looks so good.
Wow, yeah.
So it's like,
well, it makes more sense too at that $200 price point too.
Yeah.
Because you can tell that they did that because well, first off, available in 3 colors right away.
Yeah.
The
turquoise, gray, and yellow.
Yeah.
That yellow looks nice.
I keep telling people like, I don't know, like as you're saying it right now that like, you weren't it was popping to you like
it pops out. Like you look when I first saw the yellow, I was like, that's nice. And then the more you look at the advertisements and the more you look at that yellow, you're like, that yellow pops. You're like, it's noticeable. You see it. It's there.
It kind of reminds me of that classic Nintendo. Remember those the Game Boy Pockets? When
it reminded me of the like you were texting me. It reminded me of the Pikachu one.
Oh wow, yeah.
Like it looks like the Pikachu Game Boy Color Pocket.
They said that from the behind. It's supposed to look like the the question mark boxes that you jump on.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's kind of like got that design.
Yeah, I could see that actually.
So
I'm excited for that. And $200 is very attainable.
Yeah, as opposed to $300 for
because
Switch.
The reason I haven't bought a Switch yet is like I had to pay for a surgery for an animal, and then like paying rent. So it's like you got to save $300. You have to save up. $200 you still have to save. But $300, that's a big. That's a big thing to be taken out of your pocket. $300.
At this point, because I'm a big Nintendo guy, I've had almost every single handheld system that they've ever made, bar the Nintendo or the Game Boy Mini, the Game Boy Advance Mini. Remember they made the little one?
The SP?
No, it was after the SP. It was it went back to, it was a tiny little one.
Oh, I didn't see that.
But so I'm super looking forward to the Switch. I haven't gotten one because basically all I really want to play is Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
And I can get Doom Eternal on Steam. I can get all these other games that I want.
Yeah, but they also have they're coming out with a new Dragon Quest, and they're coming out with a Link.
Link to the Past.
A Link to the Past.
Remake.
Yeah, that looks amazing.
Yeah, but I'm just saying from the games that came out so far, and plus the $300 price point too. So I wasn't a huge fan of the Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee.
I wasn't either because I don't want the Pokeball mechanics. I want to
classic.
Yeah, I don't want to turn this guy into Pokemon candy so you can get more experience. I want to play Pokemon. That's not Ash isn't running around catching just catching everything he can just because that's the only way he can get experience. His Pokemon can evolve, So it's like I understand what you're saying with that too.
Well, that's why it's good that Sword and Shield is coming back to all the classic stuff.
Hey, that Sword and Shield color one looks good too.
Oh,
that's
that
light gray with the 2 Pokemon in it. That
one comes
nice.
out a few days before the new one comes out. The new game comes out, so you might want to. So, because the Switch Lite drops on September 20th.
Yeah.
And then the Pokemon exclusive gray with the magenta and turquoise buttons comes out on November 7th, I believe.
That'll probably be like $250. So I have to figure
So
that
yeah,
out.
the Switch so basically what you're looking at is it so it has 3 to 7 power battery life,
Yeah.
3 to 7 hour battery life for the Switch Lite,
That's
as opposed
good.
to
3
the
to
2
7.
to 5 for the regular Switch in handheld mode.
Yeah.
And the screen size is 5.5 inches on the Lite as opposed to 6.2 inches, so it's not that much smaller.
5.5.
Yeah, it's a little bit smaller, a little more compact.
Yeah.
It looks like it fits more ergonomically.
What I like about it is what I like and I don't like about it is that the Joy-Cons don't come off, so it's all one system. And that's why it looks like it fits so well on your hand, you know, because the other one you're kind of playing with it and you're a little worried about the Joy-Cons.
Yeah, I've heard people say that when they play it, it's a little flimsy.
Yeah, that's why it kind of feels like that.
Yeah.
And this one, it's all just one solid piece, so you don't have to worry about that.
bit.
That's why, like, if I did have the Switch and I did have it and I put it in handheld mode, I wouldn't put the Joy-Cons on and play like that. I'd probably put it like resting on my leg.
I mean, I know that it doesn't come packaged with it, and I know they're not saying that it can do it, but I do not find it possible for. I mean, they said that the graphic. Okay, so the processor in the thing doesn't allow for upgrade in the graphics. So it's like when you plug the Switch onto when you have it in handheld mode, it's playing in 720.
Yeah.
The normal one. And then when you transfer it to the thing, it can go full blown 4K.
Really?
So they're saying, yeah, that's what.
I did not realize that.
Not the light one, the regular one.
No, I know what you're talking
But
about.
so they're saying that the Switch, this new one, is only going to be the processor can't upscale. But I refuse to believe that this day and age that there's not going to be some kind of second party, even for a first party product.
Well, that's why things like that, like even with the Switch Lite, you wait like.
Because it's called the Switch.
Yeah, you wait like a couple months, and then usually they have like an upgrade to it. Because that's the problem with all the new systems, like they come out and they're a little too ambitious, and then things don't work out.
And then they end up coming out with things. Because Switch means switch from handheld to
yeah,
TV.
honestly,
yeah. So. Well, it's good though, cause like the reason they did it was because you got Pokemon Sword and Shield coming out in November, and
I think they did it
it's
too
more
because
for
like
the handheld market.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think they did it too because it's like I'm telling you, 300 is a lot of money to take out of your bank account at once. 200 still is, but like
yeah, because even the Xbox One S,
yeah,
like a much more powerful device, is that same price.
Yeah. When I bought my Xbox One S, it came with 2 games and it was $250. You know. And then a Switch by itself. That's why one of the reasons I haven't bought a Switch yet, because I'm like 300. I'm like, oh jeez. I'm like that's a lot. That's a lot of money to be spending at once.
Especially because the graphics integrity isn't all the way there too.
Yeah. So it's like that's why I think the smartest thing they could have did was come out with the Lite, but I think they need to make it where it kind of gets compatible to TVs because like that's what everyone wants, you know.
I'm sure it'll happen down the line. They say that there's a port in there where you can plug in like external, like you can plug the little USB thing into it, and then you can plug like actual controllers into it. And then you can sync the Joy-Cons to it too.
Yeah, it's
but I think presentation wise, like it looks fantastic looking.
I love it. I love it. I love the yellow and I love the like gray Pokemon.
I like how it has a little indent too in the screen, so it looks like you could easily put a screen protector in there.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure it's gonna be some super durable screen too that's like kind of scratch proof. So hopefully,
well, it better be.
Well,
I mean, if it's a pure handheld device, the screen has to be stronger in this one than the normal Switch. Because the other Switch, I guarantee you, with the other Switch, a lot of people don't take it out and play with it. They just leave it home, you know. So it's like if they want it to be a true handheld device, that's what they need.
I've seen a few people do some reviews about it, and they say it does feel like a much more durable device.
Yeah, it looks like it would because it's all one piece. Because I've played the other Switch before, and sometimes it does feel a little not flimsy and loose. Because I'm not trying to talk down about Nintendo, but I'm just saying the fact that you attach 2 things to it and then play it doesn't feel like
it doesn't feel complex.
Yeah, it doesn't feel compact and tight and like it's all there.
But then that yellow is that's the color. Like I think for me, it's like it stands out like a bull. Like it's kind of like it's yellow, but it like feels like fire. It feels like
it just pops out. It's a nice yellow too. You know, it's a really nice yellow, and it looks like it just totally reminds me of the Pikachu Game Boy. So that's nostalgia kicking in too. You know, and it like you were saying, the Mario things where he jumps up, like it's all just nostalgia. It looks like, so it's like I think that's also kicking in.
I mean, I think I'm gonna be really torn between like I might end up getting the gray one because I'm thinking I might get it closer to the release date of Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
But I'm also like at the same time like I really like that yellow. Like I don't want to wait and then not get it. Like, but I'm also kind of torn between the yellow and the gray because like you have to think about it. You're like, do you really want to carry this yellow thing around everywhere, or would you rather have like something that blends in?
Yeah.
You know, and so like I'm kind of in between the gray and the yellow. So we'll see what happens.
I see that.
But a super good game that's coming out, which actually just got pushed back to 2020, which I'm excited for because I didn't want to have anything conflicting with Pokemon, and I'm sure they did it with that because the game that's coming out is called Digimon Survive, which is Pokemon's competitor.
Yeah.
And this Digimon Survive plays like Fire Emblem.
Really?
With 2D hand-drawn like characters and stuff, so they're like fully mobile. It's like you're playing the cartoon, but it's a Fire Emblem style tactical RPG.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
With so that sounds hella cool. I'm super excited for that. It's coming out for the PS4, the Xbox One, Switch, and the Steam. But I'm excited to have it on the Switch.
Yeah.
Like that, like you're saying the Dragon Quest. Like Dragon Quest does sound fun. I love those games.
I'm excited for Dragon Quest probably the most. I love turn-based gaming. I love RPGs, and that's like my favorite gaming is RPGs and turn-based. So it's like basically all the games I have besides like shooting games, you know, or like a Batman RPG game. It's all just RPG turn-based. I love it. I love RPGs so much. That's one of the reasons that I didn't care so much about the new Final Fantasies, because they're getting away from turn-based, you know. And it's like, don't get away from it. It's the kind of game people like it. There's people out there that want that kind of gaming. So.
And I mean, it's kind of making a comeback. There's a few.
I mean, that's all Pokemon is turn-based RPG gaming. You know.
Well, eventually they're gonna get to that Final Fantasy when they get it to work.
Nah, I don't think they will.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
I mean, that'd be kind of tight, honestly.
If they can get it to work that way, but it's just massive because they're not even doing like voice talent yet. They're not even doing like voice work. But yeah. So then another super. Oh, you know what I really want to play on the Switch? The remake of what's that game? It's one where you fight dinosaurs and you shoot.
Turok?
Yeah, Turok. No, it's already been remade. It's already got released. They took out the tank. They took out. It's literally the same game, the same Nintendo 64 one with the upped graphics, and they took out the tank controls, so it plays like a normal like.
That's cool.
Hell yeah, that's what I really want to play that. Like I think it's like a $10 price tag, so I think as soon as I get my Switch, I'm buying Turok.
Yeah.
No.
I know. As soon as I get my Switch, I'm probably gonna buy Skyrim with it. Skyrim. I just love Skyrim.
Do it again.
It's the greatest. It's one of the greatest games. Like it's seriously just. It came out like what 6 years ago, and it's just almost endless. Yeah, it's almost endless gameplay. People still love it.
I still play it.
Yeah, I love it.
It's a good game.
Yeah.
High Horthor, the Dragonborn.
I love it. I think it's so much fun just running around like that and just like exploring everything.
You didn't really play too much of the Blades on the phone?
Not yet. I mean, it's just with the phone gaming, mobile gaming. I like it,
it's not really a mobile game. Like it does have a little mobile game. Mobile
gaming I like, but I only do it.
But it finishes. Like I literally because I'm waiting for like another expansion because it's like World of Warcraft. You can only do so much.
Really?
Yeah. So it's like I've already finished. Like I beat all the final bosses. Like I got like I can run through this thing that's called it's like this raid version where you go into like this little dungeon. You keep going downstairs and like nothing can stop me. Like they used to throw waves of normal characters at me. Now I'm fighting dragons every time I go down. Yeah,
really?
Yeah. Well, it's not the same as the thing because it's like obviously it's like but you're still fighting like big ass boss characters and stuff. It's I like the combat. Yeah. But yeah, I'm super excited for the Switch Lite. I definitely want to get it in yellow or gray or whatever color it is. I'm sure they're gonna come out with a sick ass bold red.
If they did red, that would be so tight. I don't know. I was actually when they were showing the colors, I was like, come on, show red. Yeah. I would buy that in a heartbeat. I wouldn't even care. I'm like, sorry guys, I'm just gonna buy this.
They kind of did the colors that are like you wouldn't preferably buy first, you know? Yeah. Like even though the yellow just pop, but the turquoise is kind of a little like on the nose a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
But all right, you guys, that's the show.
All right, guys, have a great one.
Hopefully, check it out when it comes out on September 20th. We've got a bunch of animated videos along the way. I'll be making some announcements for some of the projects that are coming. Yeah. And you got anything else to plug?
No, pretty much that. Just like the video, subscribe to the channel. You know, help us out. You know, anything helps.
Well, thank you guys.
All right, have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.